Here are the best teams and the best rotations to make Beast Gohan look as powerful as he can look. When it comes to these types of videos, I'll mention that yes, you need very specific units to make these teams and rotations work, but I try to build quite a few different teams here with a few different combinations just to make this more accessible, if you will, while still providing a lot of power and utility to you. If you don't have Beast Gohan, I will be dropping videos on the 77 character multi, how to obtain the last few tickets, how to get more free-to-play Dragon Stones as well. So if you want those types of videos, consider subscribing. That way you will not miss out on that. And of course, more opportunities to pull Beast Gohan. Now let me say this. When it comes to this video, I am looking at Beast Gohan specifically on 3 different leader skills. The first one will be his own. Next will be superheroes, and last but not least will be the movie heroes team. I just think that with the new characters in the game, those 3 teams are going to get probably your strongest batch of characters and possible rotations. And the first one is going to be this one right here. Now, I have not awakened the Gammas or Beasts just yet. I'm recording this not too far after my summon, so I haven't got the chance to do that just yet, but I'll mention this. This team works incredibly well, and there are other variations to this team as well, but let me explain the core and how this works. So first, Beast Gohan is a character that has a unit super attack. If you don't know what that is, a unit super attack is when a character has to be next to another character specifically to unlock extra effects. So to give you an example, Beast Gohan, his regular 18 ki, he greatly stacks attack, he raises defense for 4 turns and causes mega colossal damage. However, when you are next to a Piccolo, right, activated when ki is 18 or more with an ally whose name includes Piccolo, attacking in the same turn. So if you're able to pull that off, your 18 ki turns into, or goes from this all the way to this. Greatly raises attack, raises defense for 4 turns, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and raises allies' chance of performing a critical hit by 20% for 1 turn, and disables enemy's action once within the turn. That is a lot of power and utility, which means, of course, the first team I'm going to pull off here or show you is a team with a double Gohan and double Piccolo rotation. Now, let me explain. Gohan and Ultra Piccolo will be your first rotation, and then the next rotation will be this STR Piccolo linked alongside the other friend STR Beast Gohan. So yes, you do have a double STR rotation, which isn't the most practical thing of all time, but think about it. Both rotations, you have 2 Beast Gohans linked alongside 2 Piccolos that are allowing Beast Gohan to unlock that Ultra attack, which of course is being able to break an action or break an enemy action, of course, is very strong, and having everyone else crit in the turn is also very, very, very strong as well. Another great thing to mention is that this Piccolo is not just some random character. 200% defense. He's guarding all attacks. An extra 50% to attack and defense. What is it? And medium chance of performing a critical hit for 3 turns after receiving attack, which is unlimited. So after 3 turns go away, if he gets hit again, he'll also get that buff again. We're talking about an extra 15% damage reduction per movie heroes category ally attacking in the same turn. If you notice here, everyone here is movie heroes except for the androids, but that's okay because when you have the Gammas on the 3rd slot or Pan in the 3rd slot, we're looking at 45% damage reduction for this Piccolo alongside guarding all attacks with a 200% defense there and 50% defense there. He's also giving all allies 2 ki and 30% to stats, and also getting extra attack and defense or extra defense depending on how many enemies. So this guy is no pushover by any means. He is still a very strong banner unit, and he's supporting Beast Gohan, which means while they might not have the best links together, this guy giving 2 ki and 30% to stats is going to be very strong, especially when you consider what these floaters have to say about it. Because here, the Gammas, when they are floating, especially, I mean, just with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, right? They are literally giving all allies that are within the superheroes, joint forces, or defenders of justice 3 ki and 50% to stats. So on the rotation where you have Beast Gohan and this STR Piccolo linked alongside each other, and then the Gammas on the same turn, you're giving an extra 5 ki to this Beast Gohan. So forget about 5 ki, 80% defense, and 50% to attack. He's going to be okay. The big boy here is going to be okay, while this Piccolo will have 45% damage reduction. That rotation is going to be okay, all right? Now, the reason why I pulled or put Android 17 on the team is because Android 17 is still a very clutch and very strong option. If you are falling below a certain amount of HP, he has the potential to have a total of 90% damage reduction and giving all allies 3 ki and 77% to defense, which of course is very strong. Now, if you're not under 55%, 77% HP, then he'll have up to 50% damage, which is of course is very, very good. I'm speaking way too fast, my bad. 50% damage reduction, as well as giving all allies 3 ki and 60% to defense. Baseline is incredibly, incredibly strong. And then of course we have Pan here. Pan being able to dodge is really cool. Superhero category allies 1 ki and 30% to stats, plus an additional ki +1 and attack and defense plus 20% for characters who belong to the Bond of Parent and Child or Bond of Master and Disciple category, which guess what? This STR Piccolo's also belong to. So when this pan is on rotation, you're literally getting, wait, is it 30 or 20? What did I read here? 30 and 20. So when the Gammas are on rotation, they're supporting 3 ki 50%. When Pan is on rotation, she's supporting 2 ki and 50% to this rotation and this rotation, as well as the Friend and STR Piccolo. This is a very strong combination of a team that you can run. And I actually can't wait to Awaken Beast and test this team out myself. And then, of course, if you want to run a team like this, you also have more options. Like, for example, you don't have to specifically run Super 17 if you want, or even the LR Gammas. Like, let's say you didn't pull the Gammas, right? But you pulled Beast. Then you have the option to run, let's say, the Banner unit, for example, because the Banner unit here, which I completely forgot about, is an actual support. So if I pull up the unit here, you see here it says superhero category allies ki +1 when there is another superheroes category ally attacking in the same turn, plus an additional blah blah. Then we have superhero category allies attack and defense plus 50% for 2 turns when HP is 50% or more at the start of turn. That's another one of those effects that it's not once only. So whenever it runs off and he's back on rotation, it'll be active for another 2 turns. So we have a lot of literally at more than 50% supports here, right? While getting these Piccolo and Gohan rotations off. So again, you can run other combinations of this team. Like Gohan is literally superheroes, Bond of Master and Disciple, and Miraculous Awakening. So right now, if I want to say, you know what, let's pull up superheroes, for example, right? Superheroes, and let's say you want to take off the Gohan, the Krillin in 18, you have a lot of options here. You can say, let me run God Goku because let's say we're facing a pure Saiyan enemy or movie boss's enemy. We can go ahead and throw God Goku on there. If you really wanted to get freaky, you can put on Gogeta there because Gogeta does off, I didn't mean to take off 17. We can take off whoever you want, right? But Gogeta's another option. Being able to transform and offer that healing is, of course, extremely important. You can say, F it, let me run UI Goku with his ZZA after ZZA. Being able to dodge and how OP he is. Even this God Goku, honestly, Evo Ken, you can run in there as well. There's a lot of options that you can run in that slot 3 that may not even be supporting, but just offering a lot of damage and utility or even dodging. You also have the ability to run the Gammas. So, you know, Gamma 2 in there. Honestly, Gamma 1 with 50% damage reduction buildup and guarding for the first 4 turns is going to be incredibly valuable as well. So, yes, you have a lot of options. When it comes to Beast Gohan's team, I feel like since you're going to run Beast Gohan as your lead, you really want to have Beast Gohan as a friend, which means you really want 2 Piccolos on the rotation with both Beast Gohans, and both of these Piccolos get the job done easily. This orange Piccolo is still very, very strong, and this guy is still one of the best banner units in the game. And then with these really powerful supports, you're going to have a very cohesive and strong hitting Beast Gohan, even at 55%. Moving on, we have the Gamma team that you can run, and there's actually a lot of different things you can do here, but the beautiful thing about the Gamma team is that the Gammas, if you run your own Gammas, if you pulled Gammas, as well as the friend Gammas, and you float both of them, Now you're giving multiple rotations 3 key and 50% to stats, which of course is very, very, very strong. What's even better is that you can get even freakier with your main rotation. So again, your gammas are your own. You have the friend gammas, and now you can put Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo on one rotation, and you can say, F it, let me run UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta with their EZAs on another rotation. That's a very, very, very strong rotation, if you ask me. You also have something, you can do this. You can put the gammas on one rotation, and then again, you can put Piccolo as well as Beast Gohan on the same rotation. I mean, I would keep Piccolo. Honestly, dude, having Piccolo and Beast Gohan next to each other is just super, super important. Of course, you have options with when it comes to linking Beast Gohan, like the physical Ultimate Gohan or whatever the case is, but I just think it's so valuable to get him on rotation with at least a Piccolo, right? And then the friend, the option, the leader, sorry, the third slot support could still be whatever you want. You can say, F it, I want to run Pan, or again, the last slot option, you can run MVP 17. Another rotation you can do, look at this team here. You have 3 of the 4 anniversary characters here. So you have both gammas floating off, supporting rotations like Beast and Piccolo, as well as Gogeta, double Gogeta. And then you can even run the 1 key 50% support that is Krillin and 18 as well. So honestly, I am honestly looking forward to this specific team maybe the most. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this team the most. Yeah, this team the most. And then this team, when UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta get their EZA, the amount of support that these units are getting while making the team very OP is just going to be extremely fun to run. And then we have some Gogeta teams, Gogeta-led teams, which of course this is the movie heroes portion. This is where things can get just a tiny bit tricky. Just depends on how you want to run and structure the team. So obviously, if you have Gogeta, I'm not going to be you can float off Gogeta if you want. The only issue with that is that he is a character who stacks defense on an 18 key. You want to get as many stacks with those as possible. So one rotation could be Gogeta. Another rotation could be Beast and Piccolo. And then you can have gammas as well as a Pan in the other slot. If you don't have the gammas, you can still do Gogeta, Beast, maybe Gohan if you don't want to run Piccolo. And then you can also run the Super Saiyan 3 trio that is floating, as well as honestly, even an option like this Path to Power Goku is not bad. Giving damage reduction is a very strong ability. So no one here is really on youth like that. So he's not really going to be buffing any Dragon Ball Saga or youth characters, but still being able to give all allies damage reduction can come in clutch as well. But if you want to run a team like this, or a team like this, you do have options. Movie Heroes has a lot of characters who are good slot 3 characters. So if I just want to go in here and then go to Movie Heroes, you see here there's a lot of strong options. So let's say you didn't want to run Path to Power Goku, right? And let's say you don't want to run Ultimate Gohan, you can run Piccolo next to Beast Gohan. And then in slot 3, the reason why I have the Super Saiyan 3 trio in slot 3 is, of course, like the orb changing, but also the ability to greatly raise their defense for 3 turns, as well as getting a damage reduction and stuff like that. Like they're a powerful slot 3 option, not like the crazy slot 3 option, but a powerful slot 3 option nonetheless. Another orb changer you can throw in here, which I think would be a really good bet. This guy, Carnival Goku, not bad at all. Definitely aged a little bit, or quite a bit, but still having guard, being able to stack defense, and then having an option to revive on the team is incredibly powerful as well. God Goku when facing movie bosses, or Pure Saiyans is great. You can go ahead and throw Piccolo on here again. God Goku for the orb changing, especially for Gogeta. You can run AGO Pycon, which isn't the greatest unit anymore, but people do sleep on this guy. Giving all allies 2 key and 30%, which is really easy to get orbs, especially if you're manipulating it. Yeah, you have options here, man. You have options here to run in the 2nd and 3rd slot. So let me know what you think. Honestly, this is the Movie Heroes team. This is, of course, the Superheroes team, and then this would be Beast Gohan's own leader skill. Again, if you're running double Beast, you have the ability to run 2 Piccolos, which of course is very strong. And if you didn't want to run a double Beast and double Piccolo rotation, you can just say one rotation could have 1 Piccolo and the other one has, let's say, Ultimate Gohan, for example, right? Again, you can do a lot of different things when it comes to these teams. But let me know what you think. Which team of these do you like the most? Which one are you going to be trying out? Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.